Okay, so treehouse is massive. Temple is slightly smaller. Treehouse we're probably going to have to split over multiple sessions anyway, so we could just get started. I think honestly we're just going to see how far we can get with this. It unlocked first, so I kind of want to get it out of the way first. And then we'll worry about getting the temple sorted later. I mean, it's huge, but it's a case of how ingrained are the actual stains. Like, maybe it won't be too bad. Having said that, I see that these signs are not cleaning off properly with the yellow ones, so we're gonna need the red a lot, I suspect. Starts to just be the case. Gonna do the signs first. I forget what the gimmick was with this map for the achievement. I think it might have been all the lanterns or something? Like, clean all the lanterns first. Can't remember. Why are you not clean yet? Sides? Sides and a bit of back. No visitors. Well, I mean, I'm a visitor. I guess I'm paid to be here, so that's different. Let's just turbo this so we get in those kind of awkward angles behind the wood there, because I think that's what meant the last one didn't complete for me. And then underneath probably, just different angle on that notch in the side. Okay, I think we do the usual of start from the top. We get the scaffolding, that will be very important for doing underneath. I remember that being an absolute chore. But let's start with the hut itself and the roof, if we can. Yes, I know I have a ladder. Yes, I don't care. That's my other personal challenge. It's just trying to do as much without the ladder as possible. That's different. I give up on that one quite frequently. Though not as frequently as I probably should. Clean off the spike, whatever they call that. Roof cap, apparently. Wait, is this whole thing the roof cap? It's not just the bit on top? That's kind of silly. I expected the, like, at least this plus the spike to be a particular piece. But it's not cleaning very quickly. I suspect it might be the whole roof underneath. Oh, there's the gnome. He's in the hammock. I didn't remember seeing it on this level last time. Also, I think they removed them at one point in early access because there was issues with people when they interacted with them, so... I don't think they were always there for the levels the first time I did them. There are no achievements related to all of the gnomes on every level, though. There is just a couple that relate to... well, I think just one, actually, and that's just riding on the Ferris wheel with one. Okay, so roof cap, but then roof. Oh, it's just the whole way along, looks like? Gotcha, okay. Let's do it down as far as this join, and then we'll turn around and walk it the other way. And being metal with rust, I know that this will require significant spraying. I don't actually have any soap loaded, so the soap doesn't do anything. Actually, this is probably one of those ones where I probably want to look this way to do the right-hand side. And then turn the other way to do the left-hand side, because then my hand angle is better suited. Except for the bit underneath the lip. Also, the algae itself might not require, or moss, or whatever that is. What is it? Moss and grime. That might not require as much cleaning. So it might just be the rust that I need to really go hard at. And then maybe we can try with the yellow? Yeah, actually that works. That's good. But the yellow will never do rust properly. Don't know what sort of water we're using that cures rust, but some good stuff, that's for sure. So let's just do it slowly and methodically along the center at the top for all of the rust. And then we can come back with the yellow to do the moss. Oh, and we're about to impale ourselves on a spike. Okay. Yellow for the moss. Makes it go a little bit quicker. That's encouraging for the sake of the rest of the roof as well. Also, we could possibly put on the short extension, since that gives us the ability to get it from a little bit further away as well, so we don't have to be right up close. Even when you're just looking seemingly straight down, like, the height of your character does count, so... And it's worth pointing out that we have been doing this for several minutes now, and we are still... Oh, we just ticked up to 1% clean. That does not bode well. But hopefully, some parts will be easier to clean than others. Especially once we don't have to worry about rust anymore. So I probably want the turbo again, just because there's weird angles at play. There's a little lip underneath this bit, looks like. So we'll get both the roof underneath the lip, but also the underside of the cap itself. And then the rest of the spike is probably what's required. There we go. Excellent, got the roof cap done. Now, hopefully, just the yellow is fine for doing underneath here. Probably do it in sections. Especially the curved bit. Just might want to do it looking down. Some nice clean lines going. In this case, we might miss a few little bits here and there. Actually, we should try using like the green as well. No, that doesn't work. Okay. So we can do like a half tile height at a time. And then have to go back over the little bit of an overlap. But it's a little bit quicker than using just the red or the turbo. Especially since with the turbo, if you move too fast with it, it just makes a little like spiral shape. Working down like this means that the floor down there backstops our shots a little bit, which is nice. And yes, I said shots. I do think of this as an FPS. It's a first-person squirter. Working our way around this curve is actually a little bit annoying, but gradually work our way around. Now the thing is, are we going to have to shoot up a little bit as well to get the under angle of the edge of these tiles? Not sure. But given that our scaffolding is not tall enough to be able to get a straight across shot at the roof, this is our best way of dealing with it. Like, otherwise you would want to actually go at a 90-degree angle across at the roof instead, but yeah, we only have scaffolding good for doing up to the lower level. Which will be useful when it comes to doing the railings, which I remember being really annoying the first time I did this. Not looking forward to that. Here again, slow and steady, better than just rapidly shaking your mouse back and forth. And unfortunately the roof is all one piece, so we don't get any gratification out of each little bit, which is a shame. Yeah, we'll just continue working our way around this way, I think. Get like halfway around spraying like this. The roof textures are really nice, I've got to say. This we could probably do from lower down. And again, about a kind of half tile width really, or height rather, to ensure a good steady clean. The short extension does mean that the width kind of gets narrower in the middle, but if I wasn't using it, I suspect that the sides would not get cleaned properly. So then I just have to do more passes over the roof. Right. Let's do this awkward angle bit. And then we can get up a bit closer, do the edge there. The fascia we'll finish from the other side anyway. Excellent. That was a different section, that's nice. did get a little bit of instant gratification. She looks like the capping here might be where it breaks up the section, so this should ding as well after we're done. Once we get to the bottom. I was thrown off because the first one I did the next one around, I think is part of the longer section that goes all the way down to the end and wraps around. Even though you'd kind of expect the same sort of thing at the beginning of each curved section. Maybe, not quite. What am I missing? Oh, okay, no, I was wrong. It goes up until the gutter. Gotcha. So this bit is part of the same. So that gutter there should be the line. Which means, honestly, what we should be doing is this one first. Not that it matters, let's be honest. It could be either. Wee, 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 wee. Being distracted by the post. Much like a dog at the front gates. Weird this building doesn't have any sort of guttering to have water drip down to like the ground below. Instead it just must go onto the wood. Make it a bit slippery. That's not very safe at all. There we go. Got generous for me at the end there. Clear up the gutter edge. Gotta get the angle underneath the roof cap. Not to be confused with underneath the radar. Roofs are really nice to do. The angles get a bit awkward, but it's nice having the steady back and forth. Just not the giant flat roofs of like the fire station. That was a bit tedious. This is a bit awkward. Should go slower. I think I can also get a bit further away, like... Yeah, even down there it's cleaning off mostly, isn't it? So... I don't need to worry about being so close to it for it to actually clean, I think. Getting a bit too carried away. Not that I can do much when it's right up the top like this, but I should be able to just stand up higher. As long as I go slower. That might be about the limit. Actually getting it off the wood at the bottom there, I think, is more difficult. It's probably more ingrained. And the dirt type that this washer is the worst against is ingrained. Ingrained and oily, I think, are the two worst. There we go. Lovely. Right, that's the roof done. Now to work our way down from underneath. Do the trim. Good, it's nicely sectioned up at least. Yeah, but this is where we get basically the trick of this level, is all of the angles of the bits of wood underneath things. So all the way down there, it didn't actually clean fully because I'm only getting it from outside. From the outside looking in. I think we'll have to run around underneath the eaves as well, I suspect. We can get some of these lanterns, at least. Can also take the extension off that, probably, come to think of it. Almost 10% done. Progress! Slow, but progress. Basically give myself until 1 PM or thereabouts to get as much as I can done. So that's an hour and a quarter away. I was going to say that roof trim must be really close. It's hard to get a better angle on that. It's the wall. Yeah, the window frame is also not done. But it's hard to get a better angle on it. Oh, there we go. But also, yeah, the top of this. Ah, hang on. On the railing. There we go. See, little known fact, PowerWash Simulator is actually a platformer. Which explains why I'm terrible at it. We do the sides of these frames first. It's going to take a little bit more doing as well. How does glass have such ingrained stains on it? Glass is pretty smooth and hard for things to get really stuck into. It's kind of its defining characteristic. Okay, that's the wall done. Window frame, we're going to need to really take to, it seems. Now the frame, I understand, it's wood. You get stuff that gets ingrained into wood. The window, less so. Is it something weird with the top of the frame? Ah, is it the bottom of the frame? No. Something random along the side. Okay, cool. There's the window. The frame still needs just... There we go. A little something. The lighting on the side of the house is also a bit difficult. What is this song? Intertwined Breath. The Insecto Symphonia. No wonder it sounds so weird. This is meant to be calming cinematics, but it's just anxiety inducing. Thankfully it's almost over. It's like something from Star Wars. Expect a probe droid to jump out at me. Is this frame actually done? No. There we go. While I'm down here, got a good angle. Just in case there's any underneath bits of this. Nope, done. Good. Lower house trim looks like it might go all the way around. You not done yet, you little piece of trim. Oh, you're the whole way up and down? And there's the fascia as well. Yeah, see, now barely actually cleaning to the other side, so we might need the extension on again. Okay, well, it's got that one. These inside angles are really annoying to try and get. It's like, oh no, you're actually shooting straight past it for some reason. And then around here, we've got to get the inside angle here without it hitting the corner. Which is also very annoying. Well, we got one of the vertical pieces. That fascia is done. Good, okay. It's just some of these angles are so awkward. Should be the vertical bit. Yes, good. You can't actually aim as high as we would like. Most of the lantern. Just gotta hope that the corner gives us the opportunity to clean the rest of the eaves. Which it should do. It's not a huge building, at least. Some of these segments are quite long between uprights, though. There we go. Nice. Got both of them at the same time. Get that side of the upright. Get this side of the upright. There we go. More window frames. Yeah, I should probably just go around. Just do the top bit first, because I'm going to have to keep coming back to that anyway. If I just work my way around the whole house, doing the top section and this fascia board, then we'll just wind up right back where we were anyway to do the rest. Don't need to do it all as I go. Though it is always nice getting the dings as you go. I mean, this bit I may as well do. But we are going to have to jump on a railing or something to get the right angle. Oh, excellent. Actually got the window straight away. Refreshing change, to be sure. Oh, we actually have our proper thing here anyway. So we get a good angle on this. Oh, it's actually too far away. There we go. That didn't take much encouragement. Ah, that wall bit is already done. Good. And then the fascia will just be because... don't even know what piece of trim that was, but cool, thank you. facial will be on the inside of that, but we don't want to do that just yet. We're going to keep going around. Oh, this is where I started doing that, in fact. Okay, so we have already come back to the start then, I guess, because I got distracted partway around. This pillar is going to be ingrained with other stuff, isn't it? Yup. Yeah, that made a big difference switching to the red nozzle for that one. Bit more here. That would be a ban. Do not need really bad attempts at promos. Gotta love the whole thing of promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, chatbots. Does it look like I give a shit? This is not the sort of channel that cares too much about publicity. There's also not much evidence that any of that really helps much on Twitch, because ultimately you're at the mercy of people and their whims. So what's missing on this pillar then? Well, I've done a pretty good job on this. It's not quite got some good angles on some part of it, perhaps. Sad part with those sorts of Twitch chat scams is there is a lot of people who would probably fall for that. Oh yeah, I want to build my audience and have all these follows, and yeah, they don't actually mean anything. If you don't have legitimate viewers watching ads or subscribing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. I guess that's where the chatbots come in, to try and pretend that you've got engagement. But I'm fairly sure when it comes to like partner and stuff, Twitch be putting a close eye on your channel anyway, so they'll be able to tell if, oh, all of your viewers are actually chatbots. Yeah, nah. Nice. Cool, got the lantern. This is where we've actually got a bunch of the trim bits, I guess. The horizontal bits, at least. Should probably walk forwards and not backwards into things, but, you know. Lantern. Where's the next, like... Oh, there's the roof trim. Nice. That was the lantern. The eaves is a very large feature, it seems. Much larger than I expected. Let's go all the way around. I expected that some of these dividers would actually break up the feature, but... God, that's annoying that it has to go right into that angle there. Getting things on the insides like this is always really tricky when it's quite a narrow space. Oh, it's another roof trim section completed. Didn't even realize that was in sections. So if that's in sections, why is the eaves not in sections? You could make the eaves in 6 sections. Very few people will get that joke. Oh, that was a piece of roof trim apparently. That was another lantern. That eaves is so close. There we go. So close to being done. So close it is now done, in fact. Excellent. Vertical. Sporadically do some of these wall sections, may as well. Nice. Ding. Ding dingity, ding dingity, ding 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 ding. Nice. Window frame, I'm gonna guess I need to do some stuff under here or something for. Maybe not. Up top. Maybe not. So maybe not make the window frame go all the way to the top. Okay, the inside angle of the window itself, apparently I had not done. Oh, that was a plethora of dings all in a row, that's nice. So we need to be sure to do this at quite an extreme angle, but also the inside at quite an extreme angle, it turns out. Just like that. Nice. See, one thing about this map is that after cleaning this building, I kind of want to see what's inside. Tree there. Alright, yeah, I think the lower bit was the whole way around, wasn't it? Coffee break. Right. Need to get this from this angle first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There we are. Boop, 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 boop. And the inside as well. Nice. This lower house wall is not quite done. Ah, that would be why. Once again, it'll need a little bit of encouragement. There we go. It's all the angles. Angles and demons. Great, this one's got more ingrained dirt on it for some reason. But why? Why must you betray me? There we go. Frame also needs a bit of extra work, so I'm going to guess no more TLC up the top here. Maybe a little bit more. What do you want from me? That, apparently. Okay, that was easier than expected. This has got tenacious, dirt again. This is not the messiest house in the world, this is just a tribute. It's the window. To the wall. Nice. The lower house wall is not yet done either. There we go. I did get that side, so now this side. Ding. Ding-a-ling. Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. My ding-ding-dong. Yeah, it's kind of weird doing it right at the extreme angle like that, but I can keep making my aim mode just keep turning that way. Sort of thing that you almost need two different sorts of controls when you're in aim mode. One for moving the washer and the other for moving your view when you do want to look around instead of moving your character. It almost needs to lock the movement so then WASD would actually move your viewpoint instead. But it's nice being able to actually move around while still locked in that view as well, so it's not really an easily solvable problem. This door is filthier than I expected. Didn't even give me the door frame ding. See, in a lot of the stuff, if you were using the Pro Washer, or even the Urban, just the yellow would probably clean it all. Which is certainly a lot more convenient, but at the same time that is kind of what I like about doing this challenge, is it does make me have to actually use the other nozzles a lot more, because in the early access playthrough, when I was just using everything that I had unlocked, a lot of it just always came down to just spray with yellow. Apparently the door still has some unclean sections. The windows are done, it's just the door. bits. Ah, right down the seam in the middle, looks like. Yes. Yes. Spray it, queen. Instead of slay, it's spray. Sounds like something for a ballet. Not wearing nearly enough ruffles for this. Or spandex. Oh, that was the lower house trim done. We've finally made it right back around to where we started, I guess. Because that was all just one big piece from what I could tell. It's the uprights. Again, make sure we get the stream angle there on the frame. Nice. The lower house bit though, when it's this smaller section, the bit underneath the window really counts for a lot. On the larger sections, I think it's pretty much negligible and it just gives it to me anyway. But not so here. Window, and then the window frame. Apparently not. There we go. So that is the bulk of the house done now. That's good. We did this bit. I think there might have been some more around the front entrance. But we can also just start cleaning a little bit of the floor here, I think. Once again, this extension is probably going to help us get a bit further away and still clean. Probably want to do the railing before the actual floor, to be perfectly honest, but whatever. Feels good to make a start, right? Oh, hello. Vertical house trim. This bit's not clean. Tragedy. There we are. It's better. Kind of want to go with the grain on all of this floor section, to be honest, so I don't want to waste too much time doing it here. Did we leave any bits here? There was a roof... Oh, this roof trim section, apparently. What am I missing here? Is it from the top? So it's all looking... Because that finishes at this point. That's a different roof trim. Oh, so is this, in fact. Where does this one start? Huh? Oh, of course. Maybe. Yes. Boink. On top of the railing. It's this bit here. Voila. Okay, I think we got everything else. Can I get away without the extension on this one? Actually, it doesn't make a huge difference in terms of the width, does it? Yeah, it's still pretty narrow. does feel nicer doing it like plank by plank like this. No extension just means that the bits right in front of me aren't quite as finicky. Still means I might need to move a little bit to get closer to other parts. This trim bit here, rim joists, I assume that goes further around. Oh hey, we managed to get 20%. Missing link facts. Oh, this guy. Not interested. What's the best way to do this? I think maybe run around the top of the railing, to be honest, to get the top done, because otherwise it's actually really annoying to get this angle. And then we use that scaffold to do the outside. Which is in itself a bit tedious because you have to move it a lot to get the whole way around. But never mind. This is perfectly safe, don't worry about it. Don't mind me. Just standing on a like 2-inch thick piece of wood that's slippery and covered in moss and just like water because I just cleaned it. It's fine. Yahoo! It's a me. I can't think of a good thing for Mario. Squeegee. Squeegee's mention. Nope, we're gonna hit a branch. Well, that's annoying. Oh, okay, we could actually walk straight through that. Never mind. It doesn't have collision. No matter then. The tree trunk does, though, which you can just skirt around slightly. The sides of the uprights aren't too crucial to get, I guess, because I'll probably get them when I'm spraying the other side anyway. The inner bits of this facing the tree are kind of annoying though. Boing! Yahoo! Don't fall off. Not that it matters, there's no fall damage, there's no health. See, it's a platforming game without any risk. I like that. That means I can actually be okay at it. I don't have to worry about resetting from checkpoint or something. Doing? Duh. Jump distance not far enough. Where's my double jump, damn it? I need a double jump and grapple upgrade stat. Assassin's Creed. The only thing he kills is stains. Actually, that's more of a Hitman sort of voice, but either way. Well, I hope that it's not dirty on the side facing the trunk, because that would suck. I don't think so, thankfully. Okay, well that's the top done the whole way around. So now I probably want to crouch the whole way around, which is terrible for my knees, but thankfully I don't need to worry about that. And then got to do both sides. Also got to do the bottom. Railing on top. Post on end. Railing on bottom. Joist on bottom. Uprights this side. I guess I can work the other direction from the outside and then I get the other side of the upright for free. I just need to remember that's what I'm doing. Easier said than done. %22 done. We are almost a quarter of the way there. And I don't know how long it's already been. There's no mission timer, thankfully. That would be depressing. Poseidon's Kingdom. Well, we have an awful lot of water. This song sounds like something from Kingdoms of Amalur. Top, upright, bottom rail, joist. Do need to make sure that I get the left-hand side of the uprights, so I can get the other side from the other side. Probably have started from next to the stairs or something, so that I could then go down after this, but whatever. It's not like I need to be speedrun movement efficient on this of all challenge runs. The most inefficient of all. I don't think I've ever noticed that waterfall before. That tree being there is really annoying. Get this side from there though. %23 clean. Do they really have to make this all these slats and stuff on the fence around here? Instead of just a simple railing? I don't know. I do appreciate the detail in that it is actually a pretty substantial railing, and it would actually do the job of being safe. But boy is it tedious to clean. Top step there. Stairs I remember being really annoying as well. Because you've got to do the undersides of each of them in addition to what's on top. And all the sides of the uprights all around the staircase as well. Should actually try and get as much as I can from this angle. That's going to be annoying to get from any other angle. Get that all now. Like the side of the leading edge of these uprights and stuff. There we go. I'd hate to think how much water I've gone through cleaning this map. Just drained an entire town reservoir just to clean this place. I mean, I guess there was a river over there for that waterfall, so... just draining a spring before it can get to irrigation. There's farms downstream that are withering and dying at this very moment. Because of one man's quest to have a clean treehouse. So that he can hunt Bigfoot. Or be hunted by Bigfoot, I'm not entirely sure which. Or be Bigfoot, for that matter. Who knows? Plot twist. Bigfoot was inside us all along. Maybe the real Bigfoot was the friends we made along the way. Bear in mind that this is just the upper level. There's a whole nother mezzanine to go after this. And we're almost 25% clean. We're also only about halfway around to the railings, I think. Maybe slightly more than half the railings. We've got to do this little overlook bit first. I really hope that there isn't like a underneath to this bottom railing, but I bet there is. Going to be able to easily clean in here, so I kind of want to actually get what I can from this side now, because I can't just put the scaffold the other side and spray through the trees, so I'm actually going to have to do this side now, I think. It might be a case of spraying from below to get the outside of this stuff. Makes it all the more reason to make sure we have the top sides done well. I also have no idea how these things are actually dinged, so to speak. Upper deck railing, it's like it's all one piece. The individual planks don't count or anything either, so it's really hard to know when it'll actually, or how it'll actually tell me that I'm done. It'll just be as I'm doing it from the other side, at some point it'll just all flash blue and ding for me. Now it's weird doing the corner because now I actually get it the other direction. But I still want to try and clean this direction as well. But I suspect that the side of just one of these uprights is not going to matter that much in the grand scheme of things, given that it is all one big piece. We're over half cleaned on the railing itself, on the overall railing, so that's promising. Given that it should just be the outer side that needs to be tidied up, and we're doing, yeah, just over half of it from this side. So that's good at least. I'm getting stuck on something. Right, and then the inside of this one, we've already done the other side of that. From above. Oh yeah, then there's that half floor down there as well. There's 3 levels to this place. This is the largest level, at least. So we can feel a little bit of satisfaction once we're finished, because we do know that it is the largest area. But then we've got to do underneath as well. It's not just about cleaning what's on top, which is kind of silly because who cares what it looks like underneath. But apparently this guy does. So it's definitely a good one to do with multiple people, because then you can have like someone do the house, someone do the railings, someone do the floors. The more the merrier on this one, that's for sure. Some of the smaller levels you think that, well, multiplayer is just a waste of time, but on this one it would pay off big time having more people help and contribute. Spray what we can of these poles from the top here. Do the same on this side. We've got that railing down there to look forward to as well, the middle deck railing. The rope bit on these stair bits is the most annoying thing because it's got the worst angles to have to deal with. Okay, that's that. And now I'm going to be tripping over my own ladder. And you can't move the small step stool thing, you can move that freely and just plonk it down wherever. The ladder, once you pick it up, you have to place it against the structure in some way. You can't just drop it back down on the floor somewhere. Just quite annoying. Okay, we're almost at the section we started at, and we're almost 30% of the way through the level. Yay! Progress. Small but steady progress. Sometimes that's all you can hope for. And it's still better than nothing. So remember that. No need to be impatient. Good things come to those who wait, or at least about 1550 in-game currency in this case. Almost back to where we started. And then the upper deck railing will be, I mean, it's slightly more than half done. I really wish that each of these, like, planks was a ding. Maybe, I mean, we wouldn't be getting it now, but we're racking them in as we go around to the other side. Okay. And we can even just get a little bit of a head start on this side as well. We could go around from the top, like facing this direction as well if we wanted to. But that's all to do, like, from the other side. Actually, honestly, this Just go out of that mode. There we go. Okay, so the ladder I'm just going to stick like here, so it should be pretty much out of the way on the, whatchamacallit? The replay? The time-lapse? But it lets me clean the floor underneath it, because otherwise it's in the way. You can't just shoot straight through it, which is kind of stupid. Now the floor here is a huge area, so it'll probably be reasonably generous for us. But that's no excuse not to do a pretty thorough job the first time round. Try and work our way out a little bit. Do the bit close to the door here. And we'll do the table and chairs as well, perhaps, before doing the floor underneath them. I'll probably have to do like bits underneath them as well, like the undersides of them. I'm missing a few little bits here and there. Trying to go a bit too fast, I think. That's the sort of thing you can hope to be forgiven about, but the more little bits you leave around the place, the more of the larger areas you have to do. Whereas if you're pretty thorough as you go along, then you end up with a really big bit that just disappears as you get close to the end. Because you never want to come back and have to hunt down little hard to see bits. Right. Oh, this is ingrained stains, looks like. Great. This is going to take the red. Well, we can get the moss off first. And then we'll just have the mold remaining. Okay, and the chairs are all the same as well. Similarly moldy. Okay. Should do it in like a arc, probably. Probably also do it like away from me instead of towards me. Dot matrix it, basically. Found it easy to do when it was a different angle. There we go. Zap, zap, zap. And dining table is just one big feature, so it'll include the underside and the sides. But again, we want to do a pretty thorough job from the top here. So that way when we come to doing the rest, we're confident that we don't have to revisit this. It might be generous to us on some of the trickier angles from underneath. Okay, that's the top done, so now we just do some concentric circles for these chairs, stools. More of a stool than a chair, because they don't have a back. Or legs. They're just stumps. I would call that a stool or a tree stump. One of the two. Alright. Now we need to do the sides / undersides. Hopefully the underside won't be as ingrained stains and I can just get away with using the yellow. Except the base looks like it's metal, so it's probably rusty, so maybe not. That's a bit cruel. Let's do the edges first. But that's the thing, is that if I have done a pretty thorough job on the wooden parts, then at least when it comes to doing the metal parts, hopefully it'll be more lenient for me and give me a ding without too much issue. Okay, let's just do the stool bit. Looks like these bits still have some red needing areas, which is unfortunate. It's going to be crawling around on my hands and knees by this table for ages. It's going to look funny on the playback. The time-lapse for this map is in some ways going to be disappointing because it'll only give us a single view, and I bet it won't capture half of what we're doing right now. But it'll also probably be far too short. I mean, this is such a huge level, the time-lapse almost needs to be like 5 minutes long in itself. Let's do what we can on the sides here, from the underneath frame. Get rid of at least some rust, hopefully. Shoot across the other side at the far stools. Oh, thankfully, that was generous. That was very generous indeed. Hopefully it could be similarly generous with these stools. But we're at minimum going to have to go around the other side to get the opposing face of them. Do your best effort from all sides. It's not being too demanding on the tiniest little bits of mold on them, so that's good. Probably doesn't expect me to be as thorough as I'm being anyway. Cool, so that's all the chairs done, I think, now. Do what I can of the underneath of the table just to get that cleared away. Cool. Alright. There's muddy bits here. That's a bit ick. And look this way to clear away from the table. And back to doing this upper deck topside. 30% of the level. I wonder how long this is actually going to end up being. Everyone place your bets. I'm thinking maybe 4 hours. Got like 20 minutes before I will be needing to take at least a short break. But I'm also going to need to have some lunch, so that might just be time for the stream. And we'll just commit to this being at least 2 parts. Much as I'd love to do it in a one and done, it's just not realistic really for this particular job. At least these floor sections, you know, there's no tricky angles or anything like that. It's just spray your way around. Just do it in a relatively orderly fashion so you don't miss too much. Doing it plank by plank like this in small sections breaks it down nice and easily. Do some of those, why not? Whoop. Alright, that's this bit done. And again, I probably don't have to be too finicky about it, because hopefully it'll be forgiving on some large chunks, given that it's such a huge area to have to clean. If I can get this topside deck done before I finish for the day, that would be great. Hello, Aka112. Who am I? That's a great question. There is a bit about me in my bio. Generally speaking, a casual streamer who likes playing these sorts of games. If not Truck Simulator, then Power Simulator, or House Flipper, or Lawn Mowing Simulator, or used to do lots of Subnautica speedrunning. Not so much on that one for a while. Maybe again this year, we'll see. At the very least, it'll be good to get back into doing the bingo again. I've got a whole big list of other games that I would really like to play on stream just to show off. Some of them are fairly obscure ones, or feel like they are. Others are more popular ones that I just want to give my own little play on. Am I dangerous? It's a very good question. Probably not, unless you get in front of my power washer. I've played Elite Dangerous before. But generally that's a very subjective question based on the observer. Probably most in danger of being put to sleep by the chill tunes and dulcet tones and persistent power wash sound. If you find that dangerous, then maybe don't listen while driving or operating heavy machinery. It's just generally a good idea anyway, no matter what you're listening to. I think everyone has the potential to be dangerous. Somnia by Alyssa Miraglia. Everything Was Dead is the name of the album that this is from. Right. I have kids, I have a kid. Hence the not streaming as much as I would like. And the having to take breaks fairly frequently. So we're almost at the stairs. Kind of want to finish the top deck near where the stairs are if I can. Not that it matters, but it's just one of those little niceties that would feel nice to do. So I think we'll just continue with this sort of line around and then work our way back. I am glad at least that this yellow nozzle is clearing away all of this like moss and stuff. Not having to just turbo it the whole time or swap to the red for too long a bit. And we're getting some reflection around here now. Oh, there's the Bigfoot prints. Destroying the evidence. Probably start working sideways now instead. Do some back and forth. Gotta go round the tree stump. Do you believe that humans originated from monkeys? Apes, technically. But yes, that's a pretty well-known fact. Don't think Bigfoot had anything to do with it, though. Maybe a divergent evolution. When you just need to look at, like, gorillas and chimps and you can see the similarities. Especially the similarities between chimps, because they're also extremely violent and destructive. So it's pretty clear we've got some common ancestry. Gorillas are a bit more dignified. Right, now we work our way back from this side. If humans originated from monkeys, why are there monkeys now? Because that's not how that works. Just like Americans originated from English people and Europeans, but there's still Europeans. There's still people who are German and Dutch and Irish and English. Even though there are other branches of humanity who have evolved from them and crossbred between them. And that doesn't take even all that long to achieve variation. When you consider the changes that then take place over tens of thousands of years, when all it takes is several generations to achieve divergence, then yeah, pretty clear. But that's also a case of, I mean, there's a lot fewer species that we may have originated close to or from than there used to be, because we have done our best to supplant them and drive them out through habitat change and everything, so, you know. Because when you think of, like, viruses and how they evolve, or very simple organisms like that, the most recent example, for example, being a very good poster boy for evolution, is how viruses evolve very quickly in hosts. You end up with different variants, and then older ones die out because they get supplanted by the new one. And that kind of happens in nature sometimes too. Most of humanity's progress has been in places far away from where we originated, so it hasn't been as impactful, but over the last few hundred years, really, it's definitely been coming to the fore, and then we're just doing our best to change the entire world. There we go. And we just changed the global conditions, and everyone's at threat. Who do you think is the first person on Earth? I don't know. No one recognizable to anyone around these days, that's for sure. Very primitive form of human that would have been... I think they derived from Neanderthal and then eventually enslaved them, something like that. It's a bit murky. You can only tell so much from genetic history and fossil records. You have to draw a lot of conclusions just from assumptions. Or just kind of logical conclusions. Boing. Was it Lucy, I think? Lucy of the Afar, I think, was one of the common ancestors. Do I believe there's a dragon on Earth? I mean, there's a Komodo dragon. There's things we call dragons. There's certainly nothing like fantastical dragons, like serpents or The big winged beasts with multiple legs and breathing fire. But there's things we call dragons. Ergo, yes, they do exist. Primarily in Komodo. I like the idea of a kimono dragon instead. It's a fun idea. Do the top of this, just curving around. We should probably walk down, facing down instead of walking up, so that way we can actually see where we're going and not fall off. Also, I should probably just not use aim mode for this, so that I can more easily just follow this path around. Whee! It's like a slide, but extremely slow. And there's a lantern at the end of it. Boink. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel. Are you gonna clean, Mr. Lantern? What have I missed? Ah, there we go. It's always when I ask what I've missed that it finally gives it to me. Now I probably want to go aim mode again for doing these. Do the side of the banister, handrail. Gonna have to do the underneath as well, probably. Actually, maybe not. They might have been generous on that one. Sometimes they throw us a bone and just don't put dirt on some features if they know they're going to be really annoying. Like the bottom step of this probably doesn't have anything underneath, because that would just be cruel. Why are you not letting me stand up properly? That was weird. I guess it's kind of a point again of just doing it from this angle from the inside, and we can get the other angle from the other side when we come to do that. Which we'll need some scaffolding for. There is some right there. Actually have 2 lots of scaffolding, which just goes to show how massive this level is, that we have 2 lots of different heights. It's a very large, very complex level, that's for sure. Which is why we expect it to take a very long time. Almost 40% done, that's nice. I can't remember if we're meant to have the Pro by now, or just the, like, 3000, the Vista 3000. The heavy duty. I think minimum we're meant to have the heavy duty by now. Okay, so we've done that lot. So yes, now it is much more a case of just doing the other side as we go around. We should also do the tops of each step. Hey, 40%, we get our next little snippet. Missing link fact. Something's called Bigfoot, because they're one big foot. The other's small, like a cat. What? This dude's crazy. But hey, he's paying me, so that's fine. Can put up with a bit of crazy when there's a price tag attached. I have to do the underside of each of these steps as well, I'm fairly certain. may finish these stairs before I have to take a break, but probably not completely. We're probably going to have to maybe get to the bottom and then come back. Beautiful piece of music there. Adagio. Anything called Adagio is always going to be good. Not sure what the best way is going to be of getting the inside bits underneath there, but hopefully I can get a good angle from underneath with like the one of the extensions. $58, almost there. Okay, bottom of the steps. And then I think we call it. And we come back another time. Alright, we don't even get a ding for our trouble because it's all one big feature. That's a shame. Still, we've made progress. We're 41% of the way through. That's nice. Can we get to 42%? That would be even nicer. I do like 42 as a number. Probably not, though. Come on, 42. Come on. It's going to be just short, I guess. But hey, we're still doing something useful. There's my alarm. 1 o'clock. 42%. There we go. Cool. Arbitrary limit. So, we are going to take a break there and we're going to come back to this map another time. I've never actually left one halfway through before, so hopefully it'll just put me back exactly where I left off. Thank you very much for watching and coming along, and yeah, this is the first time I've had to do like a full two-parter across different sessions, but I just don't have time to do everything today. Yeah, and this is a huge map, our biggest yet. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.